Hello, this video will show you one of the biggest advances in LabsCourse version 6, and that is the storage database. When you go into Lab and the Lab module, you now see storage and storage facilities. So we split that to make it faster and give you a better overview of what is stored where. Let's look at the storage facilities first. You get a list of all your facilities. There may be freezers, warehouses, nitrogen containers, incubators, doesn't matter. You can assign it and name it how you want it. You can indicate here a storage type, optional gas control, whether it's a front loader or top loader. You indicate a temperature when you make a new storage dimension. You enter the location and you give it a number, and then optionally you can tell how many shelves in that freezer or how many columns per shelf, or in case we're working on a liquid nitrogen container, for instance, you pre-fill this and it will say how many towers per container, how many stacks per tower, how many samples per stack. You give it a location. This will pre-fill dependent on the previous entries that you made, and you give that a container a number. Okay, let's go back to the entire list. If you want a quick drill down, for instance, in just freezers, you select one freezer record and you press here similar, and you get a list of freezers. Now we go into one freezer. And you see the tab box list. Here you see immediately a list of the box numbers that are in that freezer. You see a color indicator of how many spaces are still left in those particular boxes. So for instance, we click on one box and immediately you get to see the samples that are in that box. The position numbers could be letters and numbers or just numbers. I'll explain to you later. And when you press on any of those details, any of those rows, you get the detail information for that particular sample, and then from there you can jump to that particular sample detail where it was stored from. So let's go back to the box filling. A number of things here. You can scroll through the boxes and it will immediately give you an overview of the samples in those boxes. And for each box you can set the dimensions by clicking on these two numbers here. It gives a separate window. Anytime you make a new storage box, it will be pre-filled by your company defaults, but you can change that per box. You can set the number of rows, the number of columns. You can indicate whether it's preset for serial storage, or whether you use rows as letters, or whether you use columns as letters in case you have a position definition like that. But you can also do just a manual setting, and then you can place it randomly. This is important, this setting, because when you do a serial storage from any other database, where you say you want to store 100 samples at one go, it will start filling according to the criteria that you set for this particular box. So when you're ready, you say commit. One more thing, the other way to go into the storage dimension, the box setting, is by pressing this particular guy here, and you get the same window. You go cancel, cancel. Here is a jump to the storage dimensions. So that is the details for that particular storage facility. And here we have the whole list again. So this is a lot faster than we were used to, and immediately you have an overview of the samples that are in any position of any of the freezers or refrigerators or warehouse or wherever in your company. The text here will be pre-filled depending on the type of storage facility there is, and it will give an indication what you need to fill in there. For instance, if we change that to row letters, it will now show row letter and a column number, and it flags because for this particular item it does not correspond to what is expected here. So we change that back to serial, and it will automatically be recognized as a correct filling position. Okay, that was the storage database, a lot faster and gives you a better overview. Thank you for your attention.